Okay, children. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the areolar and the adipose tissue. Children, both are a kind of loose connective tissue. Okay, loose connective tissue. So what the cells have in between them, children? So the cells have the fibers in between them, and of course, they are loosely packed. The cells of these tissues are loosely packed, and ultimate result of the tissue is these are the loose connective tissue. So children, look at the first this areolar connective tissue. Let me explain first of all that where these tissues are located in our body. So children, do remember these areolar tissues are located just below the skin. आपकी जो स्किन है उसके बिल्कुल नीचे होते हैं ये areolar tissue, right? So that is the reason if we got some cut or the wound, okay, so the blood comes out from there because the blood vessels are there. And of course, when you got injured, you will have a pain, right? You will have a feeling of the pain and irritation. The nerves are also there, nerves which carries the senses, right, up to your brain and spinal cord, children. So exactly where these tissues are located, children, see this. Suppose here is the skin, all right, and suppose here are the areolar tissues layers, right? Here are the areolar tissues layer, right? Now this areolar tissue, they are just connected with the muscle fiber. Okay, they are just connected with the muscle fiber, and muscle fibers with the help of tendons, they are connected to the bone, right? So here with the help of tendon, these muscles are connected to the bone. So now it is clear that where these tissues are exactly located, just below your skin. Okay, not only below the skin, children, but also in between the internal organs. See, children, in our body, in between two organs, there is a gap, and that gap is called body cavity. Okay, or which is also called as the coelom, right? This you will come to know in a chapter 7 what exactly coelom is. So basically, children, what is body cavity? Except our skin and our digestive system, जो माउथ से लेके एनस तक का पार्ट है, except that part and except skin, whatever is there inside our body, that is called body cavity. And in between the organs there is a gap. Okay, and this gap is filled by areolar tissue. So do remember. Okay, so areolar tissue fills the gap present between the different organs in our body. Now children, what these tissues consist of? You can also look at your NCERT diagram, children. So see, lots of things are there below our skin. So for example, here we have the cells called fibroblast. See this green color of the cell. See this one, which I am marking with a red color. Okay, this cell, and here is that cell is nucleus. If you look at the diagram carefully, children. So this cell which I have marked with the red color is the fibroblast. And children, you know what is the function of fibroblast? This fibroblast secrete the fibers, as their name indicate. They secretes the children. Which fiber they secretes? Which fiber? So this fiber is nothing but the collagen fiber, which I have told you earlier many times in the previous topic, children, that beneath our epithelial tissue, right? Then again in the tendons, the same kind of fibers are there called collagen fiber. So these collagen fibers are secreted by the fibroblast, and they are the part of the areolar tissue. Apart from this, children, Here are the presence of the blood vessels. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, here are the presence of the blood vessels. Okay, and the nerves, right? So uh, uh, many kind of fibers are also there, like a reticulate fiber, collagen fiber, and lots of blood capillaries and nerves are there. So actually, the areolar tissue is a complex structure which is not made up of a one kind of tissue. So lots of things are there. Apart from this, children, areolar tissue also have the plasma cell. Okay, they are the antibody producing cell. Antibody producing cells. क्या होते हैं antibodies, children? Antibodies are the fighting proteins of our body. They are the proteins and they fight against the disease causing microorganism and hence provides immunity, right? So these antibodies are Y-shaped structure. Antibodies are Y-shaped structure and they are the proteins, okay? And they are produced by the plasma cells. Next thing, children, it also consists of the macrophages. You know what are macrophages? They are the kind of WBCs like this. They are like a WBCs and they also have the nucleus in that. And children, their shape is irregular. Okay, like a WBCs, they can change their shape in order to engulf the bacteria, right? So they provides an immunity. So they are again the cells of our immune system, like plasma cells. These macrophages both are the cells that provides us immunity. Now children, the next cells that is called mast cells. Mast cells. You know children what mast cell secretes? Mast cell secretes histamines. Histamines. I think this word is new to you children. You know what are histamines? Say for example, whenever we expose to allergic substances like dust or extreme cold, right children? At that time we sneezes. Okay, at that time we sneezes, and whatever we release out during the sneezing, so they are the histamines. So they are the allergens, right? So when we expose to the allergens, our mast cells secrete some substances and they are called histamines. So they are again a part of hypersensitivity. It means when we have any allergic reaction, then this mast cell produces those substances which gives swelling, right? So basically what you have to remember, we have gone into very deeper topics, children. You don't have to remember all the functions of this plasma cell and mast cell, what you have in your syllabus. Let's make it very simple. Children, areolar tissues, where they are located? They are located below skin. Okay, below skin. And where? In between the internal organs. In between your internal organs. All right. Location ho gaya. What their structure is. In structure, what you have to do, you just have to draw one cell like this, irregular, draw its nucleus, draw some fibers, right? Then this side draw one plasma cell, here mast cell, here macrophages, and draw some crisscross lines. This indicates the nerves and the blood vessels. So that is enough, right? Okay. And what its function is? What its function is, children? Areolar tissues function we cannot define in one sentence because it have a lot of things in that, right? It have the immune system cell. Okay, so they also helps in immunity. It also have the fibers, right? It also have the allergen producing cells, right? It also have nerves which senses the things. It also have the blood vessel, right? So lots of things are there, but basically When you want to write its function in one sentence, you can write, it fill the cavities in our body. Now what cavities? I'm not talking about tooth cavities, children, okay, which you have generally after eating a sugary food, right? So I'm not talking about that cavities. Children, these cavities means the gap present between the organs, right? So these areolar tissues feels the cavities, the gap present in between our various organs. So in this way, you are going to write the function of areolar tissue. Let's come to the next loose tissue, and that is the adipose. You know, children, what is the meaning of adipose tissue? Adipose tissues means the fat storing tissue. Fat storing tissue. Okay, they especially stores the fats. So in our body, children, where the fat gets stored, especially in our abdominal region, है ना, ज्यादा खाने वाले लोगों के पेट देखो ऐसे कैसे बड़े बड़े होते हैं, राइट? सो व्हाट इज देयर इज unnecessary fat is accumulated, right? So in the intestinal region, these adipose tissues are in abundance means in a large amount. Then they are also located जो पाम होता है ना, ठीक है? सो हमारे पाम के स्किन के नीचे भी क्या होते हैं? दिस एडिपोज टिश्यू. Apart from that, children, they are also located on our heart. Heart के ऊपर भी होते हैं adipose tissue, right? There is also a thin layer of the adipose tissue on our heart, and they're also located on our kidneys. Kidneys के ऊपर भी होते हैं adipose tissue, right? So location तो हम समझ गए. What the structure is, children? The adipose tissue structure consists of the the spherical cells which have the nucleus at the corner. See this, nucleus at the corner. Now, as this is an animal cell, so why nucleus is there at the corner? It should be there at the center, no? Because what we have learned, children, in a plant cell, nucleus is at the periphery. But in case of animal cell, nucleus is there at the center. Then why this is different in case of the adipose cells? Why this is different? Because, children, in the adipose cell, there is a presence of the fat globule inside. There is a presence of fat globule. The cell is full of the fat. Cell is as this fat get accumulate, it pushes the nucleus towards the periphery, children. It pushes nucleus towards the periphery of the cytoplasm, right? That is the reason in an adipose tissue, nucleus is present at the periphery of the cytoplasm due to presence of the big fat droplet, the big fat globule inside that. Okay, children, now see this. See, here is the nucleus. See, here is the nucleus, right? Here is the nucleus of the cell. See this. And what is there which is represented by yellow color, children? This one, this one, this one, this one. These are the fat globules. Now, children, even even if we eat more amount of sugar, that get convert into the fat in our body at the last. Whatever the excess sugary substance we eat, that get convert into fat in our body, and this also gets stored in the fat cell. And children, these fat cells are known as adipocytes. What they are called? Adipocytes. It's very simple. Adipose tissue. तो सेल का नेम क्या हो गया? Adipocytes. All right. So this is the thing present in the adipose tissue. The adipocytes cells are there, and the nucleus at the periphery, and they have the fat globule. Vacuole नहीं है ये. This is not. And vacuole, children, this is not a vacuole. This is a fat globule. याद रखो, animal cell में big vacuole कभी नहीं होता है. This is only in the plant cell. So ये animal cell है. हमारी बात चल रही है ना? Animal tissues हम पढ़ रहे हैं. So उसमें ये क्या होता है? Fat globule. वैक्यूल नहीं है, रिमेंबर. ऑल राइट. अब इसका फंक्शन क्या है? Why these tissues are present in our body? So the first of all, they provides an insulation. हमारे बॉडी को इंसुलेशन प्रोवाइड करता है, बिकॉज ये जो फैट का जो एक थिक लेयर बन जाता है ना, it act as an insulator. It act as an insulator. So which also keeps our body temperature constant and also helps in the protection children. And the most important function of the adipose tissue is, the most important function is whenever we are in a starvation condition. Starvation means what, children? Lack of food. Lack of food. Whenever you are in a starvation condition, it means if you don't eat food for a few days, we will not get die straight away. We can stay alive even if we not eat food for a few days. Why, children? Why this is so? Because whatever the fats are stored in these adipocytes get burned by the lysosomes. They get degraded by the lysosomes. So they get actually utilized by the lysosomes to produce energy in the form of ATP. So which keeps us alive and we can perform our daily activities also. Yes, we will feel the weakness, no doubt. Definitely we will feel the weakness. We will have the headache, right? We will have the slight fever after that. But then too we can stay alive even though if we not eat a food for a few days, children. This is only and only because the fat stored in our adipocytes is oxidizes to produce energy in the form of ATP. Yes, it is a very less amount of ATPs, but by which we can perform our daily activities, right? So this helps us in a starvation condition. Whenever there is a lack of food, at that time this stored fat help us to provide energy. And second function, what I told you, that is insulation. It acts as an insulation, right? एक प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग है हमारे बॉडी के ऊपर, हमारे डिफरेंट डिफरेंट ऑर्गन्स के ऊपर इसका, सो जो इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर्स को मेंटेन करके रखता है. So in this way, children, we have done with the connective tissue. Okay, we have successfully done with the connective tissue. So what are the types? Let's revise in short, just names. I'm not going to explain it once again in detail. So children, see, in a connective tissue, we discuss about the fluid connective tissue, and that is the blood and the lymph. Okay, then rigid connective tissue, bones and cartilages, then tendons and ligaments, and the loose connective tissue, areolar and adipose. So these many are the types of connective tissue. Let's start the next type, and that is the muscular tissue. All right. So children, I hope the screen is visible, right? The muscular tissue. What is the basic function of the muscular tissue, children? See, remember the first alphabet of the muscular tissue, that is M, and remember the first alphabet of the word called movement. Children, the muscles especially helps in the movement. So with the help of this muscular tissue, the various movements in our body can be performed. So basically, children, what is there in the cells of the muscular tissue? See, muscular tissues have the muscle fiber like this. Okay, muscular tissues have the muscle fiber. It means they are the cells of the muscles. In these cells, there is a presence of the contractile protein. क्या होता है इन मसल्स के अंदर? Contractile. See this word, children, contract. contractile, contract. It means it contracts and relaxes. It contracts and relaxes. So as it contracts and relaxes, ultimately the whole muscles get contracts and relax, get contracts and relax. So where these proteins are situated, see children. Say for example, this is the muscular cell, okay, cells of the muscle of the muscular cell. There are the presence of this proteins called contractile protein. And as they contract and relax, the whole muscle ultimately contracts and relax. So children, in a movement, helps in a movement. Now let's talk about the movement in detail. क्योंकि इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आता है, ये मेरे मूवमेंट इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आता है. Now children, in our body the various organs performs the various movements, and these movements are classified into two types: voluntary movements, voluntary and involuntary. Voluntary and involuntary. Let's understand this concept first children. What do you mean by voluntary movement? Voluntary, पता है voluntary movement क्या होते हैं? The movement which we can perform by our will, because we want, that's why we are doing those movements. Say for example, if I tell you, all of you please stand up, then you will listen that instruction and you will stand. When I told you all of you sit down, you will listen the instruction and you will sit, right? If I told you go and walk till that particular wall, so you will go and walk to that wall, right? When I told you to come back, you will come back. If you want to ride a bicycle, you can. If you want to ride a scooter, you can. If you want to walk, you can. So these movements we are doing according to our will. When we want, we are doing that. If say for example, I'm writing something with a pen on the notebook and suddenly the pen falls from my hand down, so what I will do, I know that the pen is fallen down on the land, so I will bend and I will pick up that pen. So why I have bent down? I have bent down, so that is a kind of movement. And why I'm doing this? Because I want to pick up that pen. That is the reason. So children, these voluntary movements are those movements which we are doing by our will, right? So they are called voluntary. And children, what are involuntary? Involuntary. Students, involuntary movements are those movements which we are not doing according to our will. These movements are happening automatically. Say for example, heartbeats. When one heartbeat is produced at that time, your heart chambers contracts and relaxes. They contracts and relaxes. Children, tell me, can we stop our heartbeat? I want a quick response from your side. I want quick response. Can we stop our heartbeat? No and never. Never. Because why? Because the movement is not in our control. These involuntary movements, children, are not in our control. They happens automatically without our will. Another thing, children, our alimentary canal, that is our food pipe, then stomach, then small intestine, okay, then large intestine. So this whole part, children, is called alimentary canal. Is called alimentary canal. You know, children, this alimentary canal continuously contracts and relax. You know, जब भी आप डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, whenever you says that I have the stomach paining, so what your physician will do, he will attach the stethoscope and he will check your abdominal sound. You know children, this abdominal sound uh, also indicate whether you have the stomach infection or not. And It also recognizes the movement of your alimentary canal. So children, your alimentary canal continuously contracts and relaxes in order to push the food in the forward direction. It happens automatically. Can we stop our digestion? Just tell me fast, children. Can we stop digestion of our food? The food we eat, can we stop its digestion? No, never, never. We can't stop that. This is again the involuntary activity which happens in our body. Children, we are continuously breathing since our birth, right? We are continuously inhaling and exhaling. Can we stop our lungs movement? Can we stop our diaphragm's movement? No, children, no, because it happens without our will, without our will. So these movements are known as involuntary movements. Remember, voluntary, which are in our control, involuntary, which are not in our control. So, children, look at the structure shown on the screen. Here, the three types of the muscular tissues are explained. The one is cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle, and the smooth muscle. And in order to make the concept very much easier, the images are also shown that where these muscles are located. Children, smooth muscles are located in our internal organs where the movement happens. Okay, so they are located on our internal organs. Children, skeletal muscles. See this word skeletal. इससे क्या याद आता है? Skeleton, skeleton, skeleton मतलब bone. So these muscles are attached to our bones. See where are this? See this structure. These red color lines. These are the muscles. So they are located on our arm, okay, on our legs. So they are especially attached there, and they cannot work continuously. See children, if you run for 15 to 20 minutes continuously, what you will have after that? What you will have? You will have pain in your legs. You will have the muscle cramps, children. Why? Because these muscles have a limited capacity of the movement. Limited capacity. Have a limited capacity to contract and relax. And after that, beyond their limit, we cannot move. एक टाइम आता है कि जिसके बाद हम रनिंग नहीं कर सकते, इवन वी कैन नॉट वॉक, क्योंकि इनकी लिमिटेड मूवमेंट्स है. But children, say for example, this happens in case of the heart, then what will happen? If your heart stops for a couple of seconds, let's imagine what happens. So this cardiac muscle, children, continuously, my God, contract and relaxes. Okay, throughout the life, this heart muscles contracts and relaxes, right? So apart from their location, many more structural and functional things we are going to discuss about the muscular tissue. So anyway, tomorrow we are going to finish our chapter because only the difference between these three is remaining. Okay, that is what is striation. This I have done. Voluntary, involuntary I have done. See children, our internal organs movement is in our control or not? Just tell me. Is the movement of alimentary canal is in your control? Is in your control? Is the movement of, yes, is the movement of uh, other internal organs like diaphragm, lungs is in your control, children? No. So agar internal organs ke smooth muscles hai, then what kind of movement they are performing? Yes, involuntary, right? Heart ki movement matlab cardiac muscles. Is our heart beating according to our will? No, it happens automatically. So what kind of movement cardiac muscle performs? Involuntary. But children, our legs, our arms, we can move according to our will. We can bend according to our will. We can make a different postures of our body during the dancing according to our will. So the skeletal muscles which are attached to the bone can perform movement according to our will. So skeletal muscles performs voluntary movement, right? So about the detailed structure of these three, we will discuss tomorrow. And the last topic that is remaining called nervous tissue, that also we will finish tomorrow itself, right? Now children, if you have any doubt with respect to areolar tissue, adipose tissue, and the few part of the muscular tissue, then you can ask me.